Hey there, it's Nick, and it's day 23 in the Altmba. I am working on coming up with a project idea for tonight. I have no idea what I should be doing right now. I'm still trying to fully understand what we're talking about. I've got assets, boundaries, and the narrative as the key sections that I need to address. And I'm still just, again, trying to wrap my head around how I will find these types of things in companies without actually being within, inside the company. So I'm I guess the biggest thing is looking at the assets. Okay, if I was to do Xbox, what would Xbox have as an asset? Is it going to be the Xbox system itself? Is it going to be the Kinect? Is it going to be their specially licensed games? Halo is only on Xbox. I'm guessing that's an asset because it's the only thing that it's something unique that they have. Then again, assets are also things that aren't necessarily unique, but they're things that have value. So what other things does Xbox, and this is again just looking at the branch of Microsoft, the Xbox division that handles their game system, what do they have in the way of assets? Whether it be buildings, whether it be programmers might be one, the brand manager, or the marketing team, or I don't know. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. Is I'm looking at assets, trying to come up with a company that has some assets that are very apparent, and maybe some ones that I didn't know about, and just kind of write some things about them, write some things about their assets. But then the next part of this project is understanding boundaries, and the boundaries are just these things that companies put in place. They say, we are in Kodak did this. Kodak said we are in the film business. And when it was Kodak's turn to make the call or make the decision to consider digital film as an alternative to what they've been doing, they said we don't do that. That is past our boundary. So the next thing I have to do is, take a look at the assets. Then the next thing I have to do is look at where they're stopping, where the company says, no, we don't go beyond that. That's outside of our boundary. And the final piece of this is the overall story that the company is telling themselves about what they do and with the assets that they have and the boundaries that they have. What assets do we have? In Xbox's case, it might be that Xbox isn't a media player, or isn't going to develop an MP3 player next year. And that just could be because it's outside of the boundary. Do they have the assets to do it? Yes, so they have the potential to create an MP3 player, but are they going to? Probably not, because the boundaries don't say, it's not within the boundaries that they create for themselves. So that's one idea that I've kind of kicked around. I don't know if it's the greatest idea, and I'd really have to do some more research into Xbox and the way that they work, but I'm getting ready to meet with my team for the first time this week, and it's always amazing to see what comes out of those meetings in terms of inspiration and what we'll actually come up with tonight. So I'm excited for that. Stay tuned for some of that. I'm definitely going to be shipping a project tonight one way or the other, so you can find that at altmba.com/student/Nick Bovee. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to meet you soon.